इधर अनिल इंटरमीडिएट वाले चैनल पे चेक करो, आपने कर दिया वहां पर और यहाँ लाइव नहीं आ रहा है।
360 फाउंडेशन भी है।
Yes, ma'am.
Foundation children, if you're watching, we're just waiting for a green signal from Tuli sir.
We are live, ma'am. We are live on both the channels
Right.
now.
Fantastic, fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my dear children. And look at the screen. आज स्क्रीन जो है एक्स्ट्रा ब्राइट लग रही होगी आप सभी लोगों को, क्योंकि मेरे साथ है वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट फैकल्टीज, वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट सीनियर्स तुली सर। और हमारे साथ आज गेस्ट कौन है? भाई गेस्ट द गेस्ट, guest the guest. I don't have enough words to praise him. We have with us Hrudyesh Pankhania, who is, I would say, one of my favorite mentors to young students, a torchbearer who has always been guiding, always been enthusiastic about guiding young chartered accountants and students. And also, he is an RCM. He is a regional council member at WIRC, Western India Regional Council. तो दोस्तों ये है आज की खास बात और ये है आज के खास मेहमान। आप सभी की ढेर सारी रिक्वेस्ट थी जब से रिजल्ट आए हैं इंटर के और जब से अभी लेटली रिजल्ट्स आए हैं फाउंडेशन के, तब से हर एक फैकल्टी का इनबॉक्स फ्लडेड है क्वेश्चंस से। क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग ट्रांजिशन, क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू न्यू स्कीम, ओल्ड स्कीम, रजिस्ट्रेशन। तो भाई हमने एट एन अकेडमी वी हैव ऑलवेज बीन कंसर्न्ड विद आवर स्टूडेंट्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स हैव बीन आवर फोकस। तो हमने ये डिसाइड किया, सर ने और मैंने, इस पर बड़ी गहन चिंता हुई थी और बड़ा चिंतन मनन के बाद डिसाइड हुआ कि भाई हु कैन बी द बेस्ट पर्सन टू आंसर। वी हैव somebody like Hrudyesh amongst us today to answer all your concerns and questions. तो आप सब के क्वेश्चंस हमने कलेक्ट किए हैं और सर आपको ब्रीफ करेंगे कि किस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस और क्या है इस गाड़ी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए। आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट टू सर.
So namaskar and welcome everyone to this I think very much awaited session. And मैं रचना मैम को इंट्रोड्यूस क्या कराऊं. Of course, she is the backbone of the Mahabali Foundation team and a very close friend. In fact, Rachana ma'am और मैं बड़े interesting circumstances में we met at the Bangalore meet for Unacademy. That's another story. But I think today what we are going to be aiming to answer and get some answers is कि ये न्यू स्कीम पहले तो क्यों नहीं आई और क्या ये May 24 में आएगी. So sir, I think those are the two questions that are troubling everyone right now. So if you can just shed some light, because a lot of students want to know this.
Thank you so much, sir, Arvind sir, and Rachana ma'am. Wonderful. Thanks to an academy. Glad to be a part of this session. So I think when we talk about new scheme, first we need to understand this. Where is this new scheme coming from? I think it comes from CRET, that is Committee for Review of Education and Training, which happens, a change of entire portion happens once in 10 years. For the first time, as given by the institute itself, it's happening after 5 years, keep in line with the new education policy of the government. Now that it is happening in 5 years, the delay is happening because it's happening in 5 years. And then, it is not that institute, whatever proposes can happen. For the first time, institute asked various suggestions from chartered accountant members, students, principals across, and 25,000 plus suggestions were received by the institute on the new syllabus which was proposed. Now earlier when institute, before even it came to the people outside for suggestion, institute made a plan, went to the government, approved it, came for suggestion to the people outside, that got reproposed, institute made up a kind of plan and sent it to the MCA for approval. Now the moment institute is sent to the approval, government, let's understand, government does not have the ICAI as only body as doing things, right? So as said by the institute also, for the past couple of months, it was pending at the government at the MCA level. And that is why it was, yet not out. I think institute was all prepared, possibly as, it has said in one of, a lot of sessions by the institute itself, including the presidential, that possibly it will come in November 23. But possibly since we have not got an approval, as it has been said on the website of ICA as well. So November 23 is going to be existing scheme. But if we actually look at, it has been mentioned that inter and final November 23 will be the current syllabus. The moment we read this notification, there's nothing mentioned about the CA foundation for November 23, whether it's going to be old or new. Okay. That institute is possibly waiting maybe couple of months. Now, this is just an assumption, understanding, from the lines what institute has quoted, that maybe since it has yet not received approval from an NCN, we cannot delay, for inter and final students, because the foundation results have already come and students need to start preparing for inter and final. They have come up with this notification that inter and final for November 23 would be the existing syllabus. However, as per my understanding, possibly I feel May 24 definitely would be under new syllabus. And also because it is not mentioned that foundation November 23 would be existing, I actually personally feel foundation of November 23 could be the existing syllabus to start, I mean the new syllabus to start with. This is my personal feeling, the way we have actually seen the entire graph in the last 3 months. So this is what I would say. So somebody who is at November, students of CA final at May 24, I would generally suggest that, of course, new syllabus shayad aa jayega, but it is no harm to start studying of those subjects which are definitely there in the old as well as new. If we look at the proposed syllabus, we have seen that there were 2 subjects which are going to not be there in the new syllabus, but the other 6 are going to be the same, or rather 5 are going to be same. You can start preparing those at least.
So, ma'am, before we continue, lots of students have joined us, but I would request them. देखो, today we are going to be taking all your questions. जितने डाउट है आज क्लियर करवा लो, जितने आपके फ्रेंड्स हैं जिनको डाउट है उनको बुला लो. सर अभी है हमारे साथ थोड़ी देर, but just to summarize, so spread the word, get everybody to join in. We are live on 2 channels, Unacademy CA Intermediate 360 and Unacademy 360 Foundation channel. और अगर आप फाउंडेशन के स्टूडेंट हो, अब you are going to be the part of the intermediate, so do join that intermediate channel. And सर ने जो अभी बोला मैं एक बार समराइज कर रहा हूं. सर ने कहा कि वो स्कीम नहीं आ पाई डिस्पाइट द बेस्ट एफर्ट्स फ्रॉम ICAI, which of course we must understand that the ministry does not only have ICAI to cater to. तो हाँ, बच्चों में कंफ्यूजन रही, बट सैडली वो नहीं हो पाया न्यू स्कीम. तो अभी नवंबर में इंटरमीडिएट एंड फाइनल definitely, of course, is the old scheme. Sir has also said that maybe possibly, and it could be possible. We shall wait for a official notification. जो फाउंडेशन का है शायद न्यू स्कीम में आ सकता है. And for May 24, most likely, but nothing is official, but most likely it is possible that new scheme आएगी and people must start preparing for the new scheme. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
सर मैम आपको इतने सारे क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, कुछ आप पूछो बच्चों.
सर बात ये फाउंडेशन वालों के लिए भी अभी यहाँ पर बच्चे मुझे मैसेज करें, देखो बेटा फाउंडेशन इक्वली यहाँ पर जो है इन्वॉल्व है. और आप ये सोचिए कि फाउंडेशन जैसे अभी सर ने बोला इंटर में फाइनल में सब्जेक्ट्स कॉमन है, फाउंडेशन में भी तो सब्जेक्ट्स कॉमन है. आपको अगर मे के लिए भी अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं और अभी नवंबर के लिए भी अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, यू मस्ट गेट स्टार्टेड. आप उन सब्जेक्ट्स से तो प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर ही सकते हैं. भाई ऐसा तो होता नहीं है कि 2 महीने के अंदर 1 महीने के अंदर आपने सारा सब्जेक्ट पूरा सिलेबस आपने खत्म कर दिया. So why waste time? Why stay in confusion? Always get started with those subjects that are going to be there. अब वहां से स्टार्ट कीजिए अपने प्रिपरेशन. सर एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा जो है, हृदयेश यू आर द बेस्ट वन टू आंसर दैट, कि ये जो करंट सीए फाउंडेशन वाले स्टूडेंट्स अभी जो क्लियर हुए हैं, क्या ये नवंबर 23 ही स्किप कर दें? भाई रजिस्ट्रेशन ही ना कराया जाए, हम May 24 से जब सारी क्लैरिटी हो जाए तभी we should take up.
Okay. So generally, I would never advise a student to skip an attempt. A lot of students would be कि चलो तभी आने वाला है. Number one, let's understand we are just predicting कि May 24 में new syllabus आएगा, looking at the circumstances that have been put up. But typically, nobody has got the short say. Other is why skip typically an entire attempt and put you through the next 6 months. Now, if we remember, Institute very categorically has said that there is going to be a smooth transition from the old course to new course. Also, let us understand the last time when there was an old course and a new course, there were parallel running of old course and new course, possibly for 2 to 3 years. This time, Institute has said that there won't be a possible old and new course parallelly running. There will be a transition directly, meaning all students will be shifted from old to new course is what ICAI has told till now. Meaning, if you are currently in the old course also, let's assume that in November 23 you give, exam and you pass one of the groups and you do not clear another group. And let's say an example from May 24, the new course is applicable. So your one group is still done and you will have to only give the next group.
Sir, can I expect?
Second, in case, let's understand you clear both the groups in November 23, right? And you have to start your articleship. But naturally, if the new scheme is rolled out, right, as the new scheme has 2 years of articleship only, नवंबर 23 जैसे ही Jan 24 में आपका रिजल्ट आ जाता है, आप नए स्कीम में ही ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाओगे, तो आपका आर्टिकलशिप 3 साल का नहीं बट 2 साल का ही होगा. So general understanding, right? So in any case, you will be at better side. As Institute has said, it will always be on the student side any transition.
Absolutely.
So then in such a case, why waste those 6 months?
It is. तुली सर एक चीज देखिए इसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट जो आया है कि पैरेलल अटेम्प्ट्स नहीं है. आई थिंक आई हैव ऑलमोस्ट हंड्रेड्स ऑफ मैसेजेस रिलेटेड टू दैट. आपके पास भी आए होंगे कि ये कंफ्यूजन एक बहुत बड़ा आज ये क्लियर होता है कि भाई इंस्टीट्यूट.
मैम बट इसके ऊपर मैं एक स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. हृदयेश, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर सीए इंटरमीडिएट का लेते हैं, you know, right now we have 4 subjects in group 1.
Yes.
So suppose somebody clears group 1, which means he's cleared accounts, tax, law and cost. Right, this is in November. Suppose he clears it. Now in May the new scheme comes. Ab new scheme mein cost has gone to group 2 and there is FM and there is audit. So is it possible कि उसको सिर्फ 2 पेपर देने पड़ेंगे फिर?
Now, sir, nobody knows this. However, looking at the earlier time, the 3 years back when the old and new scheme was there, at that time also it was given to student benefit side. When in the earlier one there was only one account, but in the new course there were 2 accounts.
Right.
MCA inter. Right. So the student had to give the second account. So possibly, I feel, nobody knows, because a student has given costing paper, an institute may map it that he does not have to give the costing paper again. Is what my personal feeling would. Because he's given a costing paper, passed the costing paper in the old syllabus. So even if it was in group 1 and now it is shifted to group 2, because the portion of costing would almost remain same. So I think they would not tell him to give again.
So basically it is possible कि उसको सिर्फ 2 सब्जेक्ट देने पड़े.
Remaining subject.
So a lot of students are telling me, there are some of them telling me कि सर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, नवंबर 23 को स्किप करते हैं, हमारे अब मई में क्या होगा, 6 सब्जेक्ट होंगे और आर्टिकलशिप 2 साल की होगी. तो सर ने वो दोनों बातें क्लियर कर दी हैं कि अगर आप अभी भी ज्वाइन करोगे तो कोई नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है. अगर आपका इमीडिएटली मई में 2 साल का हो जाता, वो तो पहले 2 साल था, और नवंबर में इफ यू क्लियर ग्रुप 1 तो चलो खत्म ही हो गया. बट अगर इफ यू क्लियर ग्रुप सेकंड रह गया तो शायद सिर्फ 2 ही पेपर देने पड़े. दैट so the institute I believe will consider the what should we say angle of the students ताकि उनको कोई उनको नुकसान ना हो.
ICAI has always been student supportive. ये मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी देखा था ट्रांजिशन. ICAI has given enough windows for transition, conversion, सबके लिए काफी windows देते थे और एक बच्चों को मुझे याद है काफी सारों को हमने खुद करवाया था. I think that was the time we got in touch because उस समय हम connected थे.
Just to tell to all these students, I am personally a transition student. I was registered, who's listening live, I was registered as a P1 student. P1 में it was not subject था, लिखने का था पूरा. It was not CPT. Understand हो गया फरवरी में, मार्च से हमारी P1 started. Suddenly in the month of July or August, ICAI came up कि अभी P1 नहीं होगा but CPT होने वाला. And there was direct P1 was cancelled totally and CPT was introduced. ये चारों paper you have to only do a tick box, option based. There was no old course and new course. So all of us got shifted to CPT and the model style of studying entirely got changed. पहले हम लिख के practice करते थे and then there was we have to just read a question, solve in rough and take one of the correct answer. So I myself am a transition wala student. So nobody stopped us for waiting, right? I could have actually thought कि CPT आएगा तब register करेंगे. Just started with our study, just change the format. my students don't.
Agreed. Just register बोला तो register एक question मेरे पास है अभी. So if we register under old scheme, then what about articleship period after the new scheme is enforced? फिर अभी हमारा क्या आगे जा करके वो हमें पूरा 3 years ही कंटिन्यू करना पड़ेगा अकॉर्डिंग टू ओल्ड स्कीम. हमारा कैसे जब हम एंटर कर लेंगे नवंबर, फिर वो हम आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे. सो बी एनी रिडक्शन इन दैट पीरियड, या फिर वो हमें पूरी कंटिन्यू करने की, फिर हमको पोस्ट ये अपना पोस्ट क्वालिफिकेशन एक्सपीरियंस की भी बात की गई है क्योंकि स्कीम पे. दैट इज अनदर वन क्वेश्चन.
So there will always be a cutoff date will ICAI will give the moment. This is from the past experience. The moment the new scheme is announced, they'll give a possibly cutoff date कि जिन्होंने इस डेट के पहले आर्टिकलशिप चालू कर ली है, उनको 3 years होगी, उनको 2 years होगी. There will always be some or the other, जिसका थोड़ा हो जाएगा कि अरे मैंने 2 महीने बाद रजिस्टर करा होता. But we cannot live under such predictions and uncertainties is what I would generally tell to students. There will always be a cutoff date though, typically.
So there's a question which says the direct entry student क्या करे?
Important one, sir.
So this is on the Unacademy intermediate. This is Surti who's asked us the question. The direct entry student क्या करें?
Okay. So now, as far as I remember reading in the entire course, current syllabus, direct entry students supposed to register, finish his OTITT, start studying and start articleship, do at least 9 months of articleship, फिर इंटर का एग्जाम दे दो and then do the balance 2 years and 3 months of articleship, correct? This is the current syllabus. The new course has proposed that a direct entry student will register, give CA inter, clear both the groups of inter and then only start the articleship, right? Is the difference basically in the direct entry scheme.
Absolutely.
Now, assuming some student registers for a direct entry today, right? And let's say an example gives the November attempt of inter, for example, and he has done 9 months of articleship already. As per my this thing, I feel ICAI will definitely give credit of those 9 months in his or her 2 years of articleship. Is what I feel. I cannot vouch for this, but because a student has done for 9 months and in the new course there is no, before articleship done to be during a direct entry scheme period, I think that credit should be given and would be given, I feel, for sure.
Okay, so this is what sir is saying, and I repeat again, official notification आएगा, but from some knowledge of course sir has because he's been there inside the institute. तो वो ये कह रहे हैं कि इट इज मोस्ट लाइकली कि अगर आपकी 9 महीने की ट्रेनिंग हो गई तो उसका आपको क्रेडिट मिलेगा. सो आई डोंट थिंक दे नीड टू फेयर कि हम अगले में करें क्या करें. आप लोग शुरू करो, रजिस्टर कराओ एंड वो ट्रेनिंग का आपको फायदा मिल जाएगा. साथ साथ पढ़ाई शुरू कर दो.
सर एक चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रितेश, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से भी बता सकते हो कि जब रजिस्ट्रेशन हैज नेवर बीन एन इशू बिकॉज़ इंस्टीट्यूट इज ऑलवेज प्रोवाइडेड ड्यूरिंग द ट्रांजिशन. वो विंडोज हमेशा प्रोवाइड की जाती है और स्टूडेंट्स का क्रेडिट कभी भी कम नहीं किया जाता. जो उनका ड्यू है that has always been given to students by the institute.
Correct.
So,
मैम एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम क्या है, सी अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एम्बिग्विटी. आई थिंक हुआ क्या है, नॉट जस्ट द साइलेंस ऑफ ICAI but also so many YouTube channels putting out a lot of information out there, and students of course will grasp whatever, so I think that causes more confusion than clarity. So that is why today it was very important कि sir आए, कुछ ऐसा पता चले. And I'm not saying कि sir जो बोल रहे वो ICAI बोल रहे, but हाँ, it is also something that gives us some kind of surety over here.
But my suggestion to all students, for any and every information, kindly look at the ICAI website, which is the official notification and official information. The entire new syllabus proposed, what everything, there were live videos, all the information that I am saying was said by the institute officially in the month of July or the August, in the form of presentation and the videos as well.
रितेश, एक जो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, इवन तुली सर वुड एग्री, जैसे जिसके चिराग तले अंधेरा, they actually mind devoting time to our own videos that have been published and written by ICAI, and they prefer those short videos, short tricks. सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये होती है, and we have seen a lot of misleading stuff over media. काफी सारे, कहीं कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन रुकवा रहा है, कहीं कोई कह रहा है कि नहीं भाई आप लोगों को तो अपना अटेम्प्ट ही जो है वो पोस्टपोन कर देना चाहिए. All this ambiguity has been there, and we can't. I mean, this is all attributable to any number of sources. और जो भी यहाँ पर
I just felt that maybe if just one announcement could have come from, ICAI, because otherwise क्या होता है कि we are looking at hearsay and everybody is getting views on YouTube just talking. So, अच्छा सर, दो तीन क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं. One is that okay, so please give us study tips for direct entry for May 24. मैं आपकी तरफ से उसको आंसर कर देता हूँ. सर ने बोला प्रिपरेशन शुरू करो, रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाओ, आपकी ट्रेनिंग का जो होगा वो आपको बाद में एडजस्टमेंट हो जाएगा. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. सर एक जो आ रहा है, May 24 में काफी कुछ बदल जाएगा अगर नया सिलेबस आ गया. And it is not just the subjects. I believe it's also the angle of asking questions. So how does a student right now start preparing for May 24? There's one question over there.
Okay.
Backbencher सी है सर, नाम किसका? Backbencher सी है. Backbencher सी है.
No, so for May 24, as I believe, what was proposed in the new syllabus, whether that's going to be final or not, we do not know. That 70% will still be subjective and 30% will be objective in all papers, right? So now, when we look at FR, SFM, audit, all of these papers and the DT and the IDT, currently जो 100 marks का है और for that matter DT, IDT जो currently 70, वो तो same ही रहने वाला है ना. So there is no harm to prepare that. Let us understand. Currently, DT is 70 is in CA final, 70 marks subjective and 30 marks objective, and same goes with IDT as well. And that is what is proposed in the new syllabus also. So why should I not prepare? My style of preparation does not change. If I look at FR and SFM, currently it is 100 marks subjective. In the new syllabus proposed, it was said that 70 will be subjective and 30 will be objective. So my 70 marks is still same manner of preparation. So even if after 3 months it has been announced, I have to start understanding only how will I answer the objective question. So मेरा 70 marks तो मैं पहले पढ़ लूँ हम कि भाई 100 पूरा चेंज 30 मार्क्स चेंज होने वाले, उसकी वजह से पढ़ाई नहीं करेंगे अभी तो बाद में May 24 भी नहीं दे पाएंगे.
Exactly. जो डाउट है वो ये है कि ये पूरा सिनेरियो कैसे बदल जाएगा. सो आई कीप टेलिंग देम, लिसन, जैसे टैक्स का सब्जेक्ट है उसमें ऑलरेडी वो चेंज आ चुका हुआ है, अभी थोड़ा जीएसटी का पोर्शन बढ़ जाएगा, दैट इज दैट, और केस स्टडी ऑलरेडी आ रही है. एंड आई थिंक दिस इज द शिफ्ट टुवर्ड्स एन इंटरनेशनल वे ऑफ आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस वेयर दे आर मोर केस स्टडी बेस्ड. तो आपको एक केस स्टडी दिया, उसके नीचे आपको एमसीक्यूज बना के दे दिए, तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा, करेक्ट मी इफ आई गो रॉन्ग, दैट इज व्हाट विल हैपन इन ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स. एम आई राइट सर?
True, sir. But I just, as Sir Arvind sir rightly said, students please understand, case study based के पहले, when can you answer a case study? Your concepts are clear ना. तो अभी पहले हम concept तो properly पढ़ ले. अगर concepts clear होंगे तो फिर वो case study form में कोई पूछेगा, question answer form में पूछेगा, we can always answer. So what is important is concept.
Actually, the most important thing, this is the prominent part of entire CA curriculum. I keep telling my enterprise students always. तो आपको कभी-कभी केस स्टडी कब करें, ये कब करें, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स, थ्योरी, प्रैक्टिकल, इसके बजाय अगर हम ये देख ले एक बार कि स्टडी मटेरियल क्या चाहता है आपसे, फिर कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो है वो कहाँ फिगर करते हैं, दैट विल मेक योर लाइफ इजियर, अ लॉट इजियर.
So sir, if we get the new syllabus out, let's say in the next 1 month, 2 month, what is the likelihood? कब तक आपको लग रहा है एक्सपेक्ट करें? I'm going to take your call.
Yeah. So personally, I feel it should be out in maybe couple of months. I personally feel, though I don't quote me, but the way institute has wanting so that it can roll out as soon as possible, I think it should be out. If they have to put it in May 24. So in that manner, definitely.
So February, March, April.
I think they should.
बिकॉज द स्टडी मैट जब तक नहीं आएगा, जब तक नया स्टडी मैट नहीं आएगा, ये कंफ्यूजन और रहेगी. स्टूडेंट्स विल बी रिलक्टेंट. या
I'll give you another perspective, sir. As I said, in the notification they didn't mention about the foundation exam.
नहीं बोला.
They mentioned. Now, to give exam for foundation, you have to register 4 months before. Right? So October, September, August and July. तो 30 जून तक जो रजिस्टर करेंगे वही नवंबर में दे सकेंगे. करेक्ट है. So before that, उसके couple of months before, तो अगर उनको November foundation, new syllabus में करना है, so it will has to be out.
It has to be.
Next couple of weeks, they look critical. Actually, next couple of weeks is when we can expect something from ICAI because they have been issuing.
I think there is.
हाँ sir.
नहीं सर, sorry, मैं तो कहता हूँ, I think the chairman is changing, so that will take a little time and उसके बाद आ जाना चाहिए.
Yes sir. एक ये क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास, डायरेक्ट एंट्री के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो हम अभी क्या करेंगे? तो आपने बता दिया हमको आगे क्रेडिट भी मिल जाएगा, तो हम मई 24 के लिए करें, लेकिन हम तो अभी नवंबर का एग्जाम भी नहीं दे सकते. तो मतलब इनके लिए अभी ऐसा कुछ इनको दिख नहीं रहा है. मतलब एक्चुअली डायरेक्ट रूट वाले जो है, डायरेक्ट एंट्री वाले, वो भी ऐसा स्टॉप पे आ गए हैं. नितिन को ध्यान
No. So direct entry in the sense they want to give November 23 or May 24.
नवंबर 23 तो वो दे ही नहीं सकते. वो कह रहे हैं हम तो भाई इसको दे ही नहीं सकते.
क्यों नहीं दे सकते November 23?
9 months नहीं होंगे ना सर?
अच्छा मतलब somebody who started the articleship before Jan, वो November 23 के लिए applicable है, जिन्होंने कर लिया है already.
अब इनके लिए फिर क्या है? What should be the transition protocol or maybe a suggestion?
Correct. The other students who are going to give for May 24, I would say we'll have to go by what is proposed in that is once again. तो मेरे 4-5 सब्जेक्ट है वो तो कॉमन ही रह रहे. If they want to start preparing, they can always start preparing those. But it's no harm for waiting because see, if we look at inter students, they study for that 8 to 9 months of period. तो अगर मुझे May 24 देना है तो मेरे 9 months के बाद भी अभी मेरे पास काफी टाइम है, right? We have actually like 16 odd months, 15 odd months. So May 24 वाले inter students can still wait. That's absolutely all right if they are not eligible for the November 23. However, in the meantime, they can definitely start studying for subjects like accounts, costing, FM. They can definitely start studying for those subjects, for May 24. There is no harm for that.
अच्छा सर, अब ये मीटिंग का टाइम हमारा पता ही नहीं चलता, टाइम कहाँ निकल जाता है. So बच्चों, if you have, because we have 2 minutes left here, if you have questions, then we will rejoin.
एक्चुअली इस पे क्योस इतना हो जाता है कि कई बार ऐसे होते हैं कि जो फैक्ट सामने होते हैं हम उनको भी नजरअंदाज करते हैं. वी वांट something that we are thinking to be validated by somebody with authenticity.
Yeah.
तो आज वही हमने किया है. अभी अगर और क्वेश्चन है, वैसे हृदयेश के आने से काफी क्लैरिटी जो है हमें.
I think सर ने सारे क्वेश्चंस एड्रेस कर दिए हैं जो मेरे पास भी आ रहे थे, आपके पास भी आ रहे थे, एंड सर आई थिंक हैज गिवन अस अ लॉट ऑफ क्लैरिटी ऑन दिस. So I don't think there is anyone else asking any question.
मेजर क्वेश्चंस यही थे जो हमने कवर कर लिया. एक्चुअली पूरा हल्ला इसी मुद्दे का था, डायरेक्ट एंट्री वाले क्या करें.
तो मैं एक बार समराइज कर देता हूं जो सर ने बोला. विद इन जस्ट अ शॉर्ट टाइम, डोंट वरी, ICAI will take care of you and so continue the way you're doing. अगर आप डायरेक्ट एंट्री हो, yes we understand कि अगर आप नवंबर नहीं दे सकते, आपको मई के लिए वेट करना पड़ेगा. आप पढ़ाई शुरू कर दो एंड आपका 2 साल का ही होगा जो आपका होगा रजिस्ट्रेशन का, है ना. तो आपकी ट्रेनिंग जो होगी वो आपकी एडजस्ट हो जाएगी. बुक्स अगर नहीं भी अभी आ रही हैं, अगले 2-3 महीनों में एक्सपेक्टेड है, बट आई एम श्योर टॉपिक्स मोरलेस सेम है, कॉन्सेप्ट सेम रहता है. पढ़ाई शुरू आप कर सकते हो. एंड अगर आपने नवंबर में कोई ग्रुप दे दिया, जो लोग दे रहे हैं, आपका नहीं दूसरा ग्रुप क्लियर हुआ, तो उन सब्जेक्ट्स का नए सिलेबस के हिसाब से भी एडजस्टमेंट मिलेगा. सो आई थिंक व्हाट वी कैन डू इज आफ्टर दिस, लेट्स गेट रजिस्टर्ड, लेट्स स्टार्ट स्टडिंग एंड क्लैरिटी अगले 1-2 महीनों में आ ही जाएगा. Am I right, sir?
Patience is part of progress, sir. Patience is part of progress. So I think with this we can thank Hrudyesh.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I think you've literally clarified, and I hope this video is shared so that everybody gets this clarity as well.
Thank you so much, Arvind sir and Rachana. Thank you.
Bye bye, sir. Thank you.